They said you were nothing. They never believed in you. They laughed at you, scoffed at your dreams, dismissed your ambitions like they were worthless. They shoved you aside and pretended you didn't matter. And for a long time, you believed them. You let their words, their doubts, their assumptions seep into your soul, convince you that you were nothing more than a shadow in a world of giants. But hear me now, loud and clear. They were wrong. They were wrong about you. They were wrong about what you're capable of. All along, they were wrong, and it's time you stopped listening to them. It's time you stopped giving weight to their doubts. They don't get to define you. They don't get to decide your worth. I know it's been hard. I know the journey has been full of pain and uncertainty. You've been pushed down so many times, told you'd never rise. Every failure, every setback, it all felt like proof that maybe, just maybe, they were right. But let me tell you something. This struggle, this pain, these scars, none of them make you weak. They make you real. They make you human. You've been through fire, through storms, through nights where it felt like the world was crumbling around you, but here you stand, breathing, fighting, surviving. You've made it this far, and that's something they will never take away from you. But somewhere along the way, you started believing them. You started to internalize those voices that told you to stop, that told you to settle for less, that told you your dreams were too big for someone like you. You listened to those voices when they said you were nothing, and you've carried that weight like a heavy chain around your neck, dragging it through every step you've taken. But enough of letting their lies define your life. You've been playing small for too long, hiding your true power, afraid to stand tall because of what they might say. But I'm telling you now, you are more than they could ever comprehend. You are more than your doubts. You are more than the world ever gave you credit for. This moment, right here, right now, it's the turning point. It's the moment you stop running from your greatness and step into it with everything you've got. I don't care how many times you've fallen, how many times they've told you you'll never be enough. Today is the day you change your story. This is the moment where you decide to break free from the chains of their words and claim the life that was always meant for you. You were never nothing, and you're about to show them just how wrong they were. You've faced the darkness, alone. When everyone else was asleep, you were wide awake, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You walked through fire, through storms that no one saw, the pain that burned in your chest, the uncertainty that gnawed at your soul. Those who surrounded you couldn't feel it, couldn't understand the struggle that was consuming you from the inside out. But you did. Every single step, every second, you carried it all. No one could see the late nights when you couldn't sleep, your mind racing with thoughts of what's next, of what's wrong. They didn't hear the whispers of doubt in your head or the crushing weight of your own fears. They didn't see the sacrifices you made, the things you gave up, the dreams you buried just to survive. You've been carrying this burden in silence, pretending to be strong for everyone else when inside you were fighting a war they couldn't see. But you're still standing. You're still here. And that, my friend, is your greatest strength. What they didn't realize is that every tear you've shed, every moment of weakness you've felt, it wasn't a sign of defeat. No, it was the evidence of your survival. The fire didn't burn you. It forged you. The storms didn't destroy you. They reshaped you. You've been through hell, but you've made it out on the other side. And every scar, every bruise, every battle you've faced has made you stronger than they'll ever know. You've been fighting this fight alone, but you are not alone anymore, because you are the hero of your own story. And no matter how many people tried to make you believe otherwise, no matter how many times you felt invisible, your journey matters. Your pain matters. Your struggles matter. You are the one who decides how this story ends. You are the one who holds the pen, and it's time to stop letting others write your narrative for you. This is your moment to step into the light, and show the world exactly who you are. You've walked through the darkest of nights, and now you have the power to bring yourself into the dawn. Your dreams, once vibrant and full of life, are now nothing more than broken shards scattered across the cold, unforgiving ground. You stand there, frozen, looking at the pieces of who you once thought you could be. Each shard is a fragment of your past hopes, a reflection of all the promises you made to yourself that have since been shattered. They gleam in the dim light like jagged pieces of glass, each one a reminder of a dream left unfulfilled, a step never taken, a chance never seized. And you wonder, as you stand there paralyzed by the weight of it all, will I ever be whole again? The rut you found yourself in is deeper than you realize. It's not just a place, it's a feeling, a weight on your shoulders that never seems to lift. You're stuck in this cycle of self-doubt and failure, unable to break free, no matter how hard you try. Every time you think you've found a way out, you slip back into the same place, the same dark corner of your mind, where the shadows of the past continue to haunt you. You're tired, so tired of fighting a battle that no one else seems to understand. The world tells you to move on, but you're still stuck in the quicksand of your own insecurities, sinking deeper with every step. Your past failures loom over you like an anchor, pulling you under, whispering in your ear that you'll never be enough. They echo in your thoughts, relentless and unforgiving. You failed before, you'll fail again. You're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, you'll never be what you wanted to be. The voices come from within and from the outside, and all of them seem to agree. You feel like you're walking through a fog, unable to see clearly, unable to take that first step towards something better, something more. But it's not just the failures that weigh you down. It's the insecurity, the fear that maybe they were right. Maybe you are nothing more than the sum of your mistakes. You've been carrying that burden for so long, and it's worn you thin. You don't recognize yourself anymore. The person you used to be, the one who had dreams and ambition, feels like a stranger. The weight of your doubts presses down on your chest, squeezing the life out of you, leaving you gasping for air, wondering if it's even worth trying anymore. But this struggle, this pain, is not the end. It's the fire that is forging you into something stronger. Every step you've taken through the darkness has led you closer to the light. Those broken shards on the ground are not the end of your story. They are the beginning. And while you stand there, unsure of how to pick them up, know this: you have the power to rebuild. The strength you need is already within you. You just have to believe it. They laughed at you. They scoffed when you dared to dream, when you tried to rise above the place they thought you should stay. You're nothing, they said. You'll never make it. You'll never rise above the ashes of your past. You'll never be enough. Their words hit like stones thrown at your heart, each one sharp and cold. They mocked your ambition, belittled your desires, told you to stay in your place as if your dreams were some kind of joke. But their words weren't just noise. They were a reflection of their own limitations, their own fears. They couldn't see the fire in you. They couldn't see the strength you've always carried. But those voices didn't just come from the outside. No, the worst part of it all is how they've taken root inside of you. They live in the quiet corners of your mind, whispering lies to you when no one else is around. In the silence, when you try to take that first step forward, they're there, waiting. And now, in the stillness of your own thoughts, you can still hear them. Who do you think you are? They ask. You're nothing. You don't belong here. You'll fail just like you always do. You're not good enough, not strong enough, not smart enough. You'll never make it. These voices, they've become the background noise of your life. They've woven themselves into the fabric of your thoughts, haunting every move, every decision, every step you take. Every time you push yourself to do something new, to rise, they're there, reminding you of every mistake, every time you've fallen short. You try to take a step forward, and they pull you back, telling you that you don't have what it takes, that you'll never amount to anything. But listen to me now. These voices are lies. They are the echoes of people who couldn't see your potential, who never understood the depth of your strength. They are not the truth, and while they may scream loud in your mind, they have no power over you unless you let them. The battle isn't between you and those who doubted you. It's between you and the voice inside your head that still believes their lies. You have the power to silence those voices, to crush them under the weight of your determination. They do not define you. You define you. But here's the truth, my friend. You are not defined by their word. You are not the sum of their doubts. You are not the whispers of the past, not the shadows that loom over your every decision. You are not broken, no matter how many times you've been told otherwise. You are whole, you are powerful, and you can rise. All of the pain, all of the struggles you've faced, they've been preparing you for this moment. You've been tested, stretched, bent, but you've never been broken. You are still standing, still breathing, still here, and that means you are stronger than you've ever known. What you need to realize right now is that the power to change, to overcome, has always been within you. It's always been there, deep inside your soul, waiting for you to embrace it. You've been looking for external validation, for someone else to give you permission to rise. But you've been looking in the wrong places. The power isn't in their approval. It's in your heart. It's in the fire that still burns inside you, even when everything else seems dim. This isn't where your story ends. This is where it begins. Every obstacle, every hardship, every time you were knocked down, it has only been a part of your journey. The struggle is not the final chapter. It's the beginning of the transformation. The moment you decide to rise, to take control of your narrative, is the moment you step into your true power. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a warrior who has fought battles, faced challenges, and survived them all. The scars you bear, they're not marks of failure. They are proof of your strength. You've been through the hardest tests, and you've come out on the other side, scarred but unbroken. And now, you are ready to face the world not as someone who's been defeated, but as someone who has risen from the ashes of their own doubt. The fight isn't over. It's just beginning. And you are ready to fight with everything you've got. This is your time. This is your moment. You were never meant to be small. You were born to rise. Do you hear that? That beating in your chest? That pulse, steady and strong, reverberating through your entire being. It's not weakness. It's power. It's the sound of your resilience. It's the power to fight, to create, to rise from the depths of despair and stand tall once more. That heartbeat, that rhythm, is the proof of your strength, the undeniable evidence that you are alive, that you are capable of more than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. For so long, you've ignored it, silenced it, pushed it to the back of your mind. But that power has always been there, waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to tap into it. The hero inside you was never gone. It was simply dormant, waiting for this very moment. The time has come to awaken it. You are not the product of your past mistakes or the voices of doubt. You are the embodiment of all the strength you've carried with you through every struggle. You have the power to create your own reality. You have the power to choose your fate. They can tell you you're nothing, but you decide who you are. They can try to break you, to tear you down, but you hold the pen to your own story. They don't get to define you. They don't get to tell you your worth. You decide that. You choose the path you walk, the dreams you chase, the life you build. This is your power, the ability to shape your own future, to turn every challenge into an opportunity, to rise above the limitations they tried to place on you. Your past doesn't define you. The world's expectations don't define you. You define you. You decide what you are capable of. You decide the legacy you will leave behind. The hero within you is ready to emerge, to take control, and to show the world what you're made of. This is your time, the power to create, to rise, to achieve. It has always been yours. The only thing left to do is believe it. Believe in the power within you. The true enemy was never them. It wasn't the people who laughed at you, who told you that you'd never make it, who doubted your every move. No, the real villain, the one that has been holding you back, the one that's been keeping you from reaching your full potential, has always been much closer than you realize. The real villain is fear. It's doubt. It's the self-loathing you've carried in silence. The voices that whisper in your mind that you aren't good enough, that you'll never be enough, that you'll never rise. It's the weight of your insecurities, the nagging feeling that maybe they were right, that you are destined to stay in the shadows of your own potential. This villain isn't something outside of you. It's been within you all along. For years, you've battled against this villain, whether you realized it or not. Every time you hesitated to take a risk, every time you played small because you were afraid of failure, you were feeding this enemy. Fear has kept you chained, paralyzed by its whispers, its lies. Self-doubt has been the invisible force holding you back from stepping into your power. But now you see it for what it truly is. It is not something to be feared. It is not something to let define your life. But here's the truth. Fear is just a shadow, and shadows are nothing without light. They are nothing without the power of your will, your strength, your courage. The light within you is stronger than the darkness fear has tried to cast. You are the light. You are the one who has the power to banish this villain once and for all. You are the force that can destroy the darkness of doubt and self-loathing. The key to defeating this villain lies in a shift. It's a shift in mindset. It's understanding that fear does not control you. It is merely an illusion, a figment of your mind. When you embrace your strength, when you stand in your truth and your power, that fear loses its grip on you. It crumbles. It fades away like a shadow at dawn. You've always had the power to defeat this villain. Now you must choose to rise up, to let your light shine so bright that nothing can stand in its way. The villain is no match for the power you hold within you. And once you realize that, you will become unstoppable. It's time to rise, time to stand tall, time to show the world that you were never nothing. They tried to bury you, to tell you that you couldn't, that you weren't worthy. But now you know the truth. You've always been meant for greatness. Every step you've taken, every challenge you've faced, has been a step toward this moment. You are not a victim. You are not someone who fades into the background. You are a force that is about to shake the world. It's time to rise up and claim your place. The battle is not over, but now you fight from a place of power. You fight not out of fear, but out of strength. Your power is no longer a hidden secret. It's time for the world to see you for who you really are. No more hiding, no more doubting. You are the warrior that was born from fire, forged through the trials and the struggles you've endured. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you've emerged stronger, more powerful, more resilient than ever before. The very things that tried to break you, your failures, your pain, have become the foundation of your strength. The fire that sought to destroy you only served to reshape you, to make you unstoppable. You are the diamond formed under pressure. The weight of your struggles has shaped you into something extraordinary. What once seemed like obstacles now appear as stepping stones on the path to your greatness. You are no longer the person who doubted their worth. You are the person who understands that every challenge was just another opportunity to grow, to rise, to become more than you ever imagined possible. Your strength is no longer a secret. The world will know you by your power, your resilience, your unwavering will. You are ready to show the world that you were always meant for greatness, that you were born to stand tall and conquer every battle that comes your way. The time for transformation is now. The time for your rise has arrived. You are no longer bound by what they said. You are no longer a victim of their doubts, their words, their limitations. Their voices no longer control your story. You've shattered the chains they tried to place around you. You've taken back your power, and now you stand at the crossroads of your future. The path is yours to choose. You are the architect of your destiny, the one who decides the course of your life. No more waiting for permission. No more asking for validation. The only approval you need is your own. And now, you decide. You decide who you will become. You decide the life you will create. You decide the legacy you will leave behind. The power has always been in your hand, and now you know it. But knowing your power is not enough. It's time to act. It's time to step into the life you've always dreamed of. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. This is your moment. Your time has come. The world will not wait for you to be ready. So take that first step. Even if it's small, even if it feels uncertain, take it. You've already come so far. Every step you take now is a declaration to the world, and more important, to yourself, that you are no longer afraid. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are going to make it happen. The universe will align itself with your courage. When you step forward, the doors will open. The opportunities will reveal themselves. But you must act. The moment you take that first step, the world will begin to conspire in your favor. The energy you put into the world will reflect back at you. So take that first step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This is the moment. This is your time. It's time to claim what's yours. It's time to create the life you were always meant to live. And now, the final confrontation. The battle you've been preparing for. The one that will define everything. It's time to face the villain one last time. The doubts, the fears, the insecurities that have haunted you for so long. They will come at you again, just when you think you've overcome them. Doubt will knock at your door. Fear will whisper in your ear. The voices of your past, of all those who tried to hold you back, will rise again. They'll tell you that you're not strong enough, not worthy enough, that you should turn back. But this time, you will not be afraid. This time, you will not listen. You've already defeated them once by realizing your power. And now, it's time to finish what you started. When doubt comes knocking, you will not flinch. When fear creeps in, trying to paralyze you, you will not cower. You will stand tall, unwavering. You will face them with courage in your heart, knowing that they no longer have any power over you. You've already proven that you are stronger. You've already proven that you are not the person they tried to make you believe you were. You are not the sum of their doubts, their lies, their fears. You are a force. You are unstoppable. And when they come for you again, with all their noise, with all their pressure, you will look them in the eye and say, "Enough. That's it." One word, one powerful declaration, and with that, they will crumble. Fear will lose its grip on you. Doubt will fade into nothingness, because now you know the truth. You are not afraid of them. You are not afraid of anything. You are the one who decides your fate. And this is the moment where you take full control. You've faced the villain, and you've won. Now there's nothing left but to move forward, to step into your power, and to create the future you deserve. They thought you were nothing. They believed you were weak, that you'd never amount to anything. They thought they could silence you, dismiss you, hold you back. But now, they will look up at you, and they will see a force they never expected, a force that has risen from the depths of their doubt, stronger than anything they could have ever imagined. They will see you standing tall, victorious, a testament to everything you've overcome. And in that moment, they will realize the truth. They were wrong about you. They were wrong to doubt you. They were wrong to underestimate your power. Your name will no longer be a whisper in the wind. It will be a name spoken with respect, with awe. It will be a name that commands attention. You are no longer invisible. You are no longer hiding in the shadows of others' expectations. You have stepped into your own light, and now the world will know it. They will know the force that you've become, the resilience that you embody, and the power that you've unleashed. They will see that you are not what they thought you were. You are everything they feared. But this is not the end. No, this is just the beginning. This victory is only a glimpse of what you're capable of. The power you've discovered within yourself is limitless. You are the one they underestimated, the one they tried to hold back. And now, you are the one who will rise and change everything. The world will watch in awe, and they will tremble. They will see the force that you've become, and they will know that nothing can stop you. Your time is now. It's time to take control of your story, your future, your world. The battle is over, but the war for your destiny has just begun. Stand tall, stand proud. The world is waiting to see what you do next. And you're just getting started. You decide their fate. You decide your fate. No longer will you be held back by their doubts or your own fears. The time for hesitation is over. The time for waiting, for questioning your worth, has passed. This is the moment of action. The moment where you take what is rightfully yours and step into the life you were always meant to lead. You are the one in control. You are the one who decides what happens next. The world will try to hold you back, but it will no longer matter. You have found your strength, your purpose, your fire, and now it is time to act. The time for doubt is over. The time for action has arrived. There is no more room for fear, for second guessing. You've spent too long listening to the wrong voices. Now, it's time to listen to the only one that matters, your own. The path is clear. The doors are open. So go, and claim your victory. You've already proven that you can rise from the ashes. You've already shown the world that you are unstoppable. Now take that next step and show them just how far you can go. This is your time. The world is waiting for you to show up, to take what's yours, to create the life you were born to live. Go and make it happen. You've walked through the fire. You've faced the storms, the doubt, the fear, and the relentless battles that tried to break you. You felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, and yet you kept moving forward. Every step, every struggle, every fall. You didn't let them define you. They were the fire that forged you, the storm that tested you. And now, you are no longer the same person who started this journey. The person who doubted themselves, who feared the future, who let the world decide their worth. That person no longer exists. You have transformed. You have become something greater, something more powerful than you could have ever imagined. You've discovered a strength within yourself that no one can take away. The power to rise, to overcome, to shape your future. It was always within you. And now you know the truth. Your destiny is in your hands. You are the one who gets to decide what happens next. You are the one who holds the key to your future. And with it, you have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. So go and create the life you've always deserved. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. This is your moment. You are ready. You are unstoppable. Your journey has only just begun. The best is yet to come.